children. Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about second sem first chapter natural disasters. In this lesson we are going to discuss some important points. The first point is what are natural disasters and their examples. The second point is describe the causes of natural disasters. The third point is discuss the measures for safety during a disaster. Let's discuss. Yes. See children, are you observing the picture? This is our earth. Is it? And our earth provides all the necessary elements for survival of different living beings. So, Mother Earth takes care of all her children, and it is because of her love and care that we all are able to survive on this planet. Now, Mother Earth loves her children so much and she provides them all the necessary elements. Then, why it is that sometimes children of Mother Earth have to suffer so much? If we notice natural disaster per year, for example, in the year of 1970, it is 100. In the year 2017, it is 400. So, number of natural disasters per year has increased 4 times in the last 40 years. Why? So, why is it happening? Why Mother Earth so angry? So why is Mother Earth so angry with her own children? The same children for whom she provides all the necessary elements of survival. Well, we humans, children of Mother Earth, are mainly responsible for so much increase in natural disaster. Why do natural disaster occur due to different changes that happen on the earth's surface? For example, earthquake, flood, volcanic eruption, tsunami, cyclone and drought are the natural disasters. Let's study about some natural disasters. The first one, earthquakes. As disasters occurs unpredictably, therefore, it is not possible to take precautions, is it? Note that disasters are different in terms of nature of disaster, period of each disaster, and extent of damage it can cause. Let's try to classify them. Classification of disaster. Natural disaster. Adverse event that results from natural process of the earth, like geophysical, biological, meteorological, hydrological, climatological. Man-made disaster. It happens due to technological growth, like accidental and intentional. Industrial accident, chemical spill, fire accident, intentional, like war between two neighboring countries, for example, India and Pakistan, India and China, crime, terrorist activities. Natural disasters is a calamity caused by nature. Floods, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, droughts, and hurricanes are all examples of natural disasters. They cause immense damage to human life and property. Let's study about some natural disasters. Earthquakes. Have you observed the picture? Earthquakes are a sudden, violent shaking of the earth's surface. When an earthquake occurs, the ground shakes. An earthquake is a sudden tremor on the earth's surface. It is caused by movements deep in the earth. A severe earthquake can cause death and widespread destruction. Means they can be felt over large areas and usually last for a very short duration. We have already learnt the layers of the earth or inner structure of the earth. Are you remember, children? In the previous class, we have already learnt, as we know, that earth has three layers. Is it? The outermost layer of the earth is crust. The middle layer, mantle. The innermost layer of the earth is core. The earth's crust is made of plates of rocks. These plates keep moving and sliding over one another. Sometimes these plates collide with each other. This causes an earthquake. What happened? Sometimes these plates, which are the plates are keep moving, or which are the plates collide with each other, this can cause an earthquake. A strong earthquake can create cracks on the surface of the earth. They can cause great harm by toppling buildings and houses and breaking bridges and dams also. They can cause great loss to property and human lives. Just imagine. On 25th April 2015, an earthquake caused large scale destruction in Kathmandu, Nepal. The point of origin of an earthquake is called focus. The point that lies directly above the focus on the earth's surface is called epicenter. And one more interesting point is a seismograph is an instrument that measures the intensity of an earthquake. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured on the Richter scale. See here, many more examples are there. Buildings collapse, roads cave in, and trees fall, and bridges break. There may be fires because of snapping of electric wires, floods because of the busting of dams also. A massive earthquake in Bhuj. This is the exact and real picture of damages by Bhuj earthquake in 2001. A massive earthquake in Bhuj on 26th Jan 2001. It caused severe destruction. About 20,000 people died. Many were rendered homeless and lost their belongings. Measures for safety. We should stay calm and never panic. We should sit under a desk or a table and hold on to it until the tremors stop. If outdoors, what we should do? We should move to a safe place, but we should avoid going near trees, buildings, vehicles, or power lines. Apartments and high rise buildings should have emergency exits. Children, have you observed in buses also emergency exits? We should not operate electrical switches or appliances during an earthquake. It may cause fire. Floods. A large area of land may be submerged underwater due to heavy rainfall and overflowing rivers which cause floods. They may also occur due to melting of glaciers. When it rains a lot, rivers fill up with water and start rising above their banks or borders. The water then overflows into nearby land, causing floods. In most parts of our country, we get very heavy rains during the monsoon, and the occurrence of floods is common during these months. Floods in the northern plains are also caused by the melting of snow in the mountains during summer. Those who are people living in low-lying areas, especially near a water body, are at a greater risk of floods. Why? Because when flood waters stagnate in an area, there may be an outbreak of diseases. They may spread quickly and lead to epidemics. For example, in July 2016, heavy rains led to floods in Assam. More than 1.8 million people were affected. Heavy rainfall also affected the wildlife in the Kaziranga National Park. Floods damage crops, roads, and buildings. They affect electricity and water supply, transport and communication. There is shortage of food, drinking water, and shelter. The unhygienic conditions often lead to outbreak of diseases like cholera, malaria, etc. Floods also have some advantages. Flood water brings with it new soil from the hills. It spreads out over the land where there are floods and makes the land more fertile. In India, states like Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, and West Bengal are frequently affected by the floods. Precautions. In case of flood, what we have to do? In case of flood, we have to climb to a higher ground in a flood like situation. If the level of the water rises in our house, then we should go to a higher floor or terrace. We should prepare to move out of our house to a safer place on higher ground. Build up our store of food and water and essential medicines. High embankments constructed along the rivers in populated areas prevent flood waters from entering the land. And we should turn off all electrical appliances and gas oven. And we should listen to news reports for flood updates and instructions. In a flood prone area, channels should be created and maintained in working condition all the time so that excess water can be drained off. Trees slow down the speed of water currents. Therefore, afforestation is important for flood control. Dams are built over the rivers to check the flow of water and prevent floods. Cyclones. A cyclone is a large revolving storm that forms over oceans and seas. In coastal areas, often face the cyclones, or a cyclone is a very strong wind accompanied by very heavy rain. The strong wind often causes high waves called tidal waves in the sea, which lead to flooding of the coastal areas. For example, the states of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Gujarat, and Maharashtra are often hit by cyclones and floods. Here, strong winds move at great speeds around their centers. Cyclones rises from the ocean or sea and begins to move towards the land, bringing heavy rains, strong winds, and coastal floods. It destroys buildings, roads, or bridges, uproots trees and poles, and damages crops also. Cyclones usually occur between 5 degree and 20-degree latitude, north and south of the equator. They are known by different names in different parts of the world. The cyclone Vardha hit the city of Chennai in December 2016, causing great damage to life and property. It lasted for almost 13 days. Just imagine, children. Different names of the cyclones: Willy Willy in Australia, Typhoon in Philippines, China, and Japan, Hurricane in West Indies and USA, Cyclone, India, and Myanmar. These are the different names of the cyclones. Precautions. A good weather forecasting system can predict cyclones and warn people in advance through TV, radio, and newspapers. This will give people time to move to safer places. They can also take their animals and other belongings with them. The army is often called in to evacuate people who are affected by the cyclone. They use helicopters to aircraft standard people, or to airdrop food and medicines for them. The government and other agencies such as Red Cross set up relief camps for the displaced people. Food, drinking water, medicines, means what are the necessary things are provided to them. Doctors are put on duty to control the outbreak of disasters. And measures for safety. What we have to take the measures for safety purpose during cyclone? What we should do? We should stay indoors and close all windows and doors. Also, stay away from doors and windows. Switch off all electrical appliances. Keep ourselves updated about the alerts made by the government. Other important safety measures during cyclone. People living in cyclone prone areas should identify safe shelters in their area, and the shortest and the safest routes to reach those places. An emergency kit should be kept ready always. Contact numbers of emergency services, family and friends should be kept handy. Droughts. When a region receives very little or no rainfall, conditions of drought prevail. It is a condition of acute scarcity of water, food, and fodder due to scanty rainfall. As we know that in most of parts of our country, the summers are very hot with very little rainfall. Just now I told. The monsoon follows, bringing welcome rain. Sometimes the rain fail during the monsoon in some regions. This causes severe shortage of water in the region. Rivers and ponds dry up and crops cannot grow. Without water or without rain, can we grow the crops? No. Livestock and other animals perish due to shortage of fodder and water. Such a condition is called a drought. In severe droughts, people may even die because of shortage of food. This is known as famine. There may also be widespread diseases leading to epidemics. The Indian states of Rajasthan and Gujarat face frequent droughts. Why? Why? Because due to less rainfall. Other states for example, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and central Maharashtra, interior Karnataka, parts of Tamil Nadu and Bihar also face drought conditions frequently. Drought in the year 2015 and 16 affected 266 districts of India. Prevention of droughts. Afforestation or planting of trees increases rainfall and reduces of drought. Water harvesting can increase the water level and help us in times of drought. Dams on rivers store excess water in reservoirs. This water can be used in times of drought. Trees should be planted in drought prone areas. They should not be cut down, as these areas have inadequate water. Rainwater harvesting will help in tackling drought conditions. Drought resistant crops such as millets, maize, and sorghum should be grown. Tsunami. A tsunami is a series of very high waves created by some disturbance under the sea, such as underwater earthquakes. Means a tsunami takes place in or near coastal areas. A tsunami is a series of ocean waves called a wave train. Volcanic eruptions or landslides. The waves in a tsunami can range from 1 meter to 20 meters or more. They can travel very fast, up to 100 of kilometers an hour. They strike suddenly and cause great damage. One of the biggest natural disasters ever was the tsunami that hit several countries of South and Southeast Asia on 26th December 2004. Are you remember, children? Almost 3 lakh people were killed. Tsunami warning systems warn of tsunamis in advance so that people living near the coast should be immediately shifted to higher ground. They should stay there until it is considered safe. It causes the water to reach great heights. It is caused by strong undersea earthquakes. The destructive force of the tsunami can cause serious damage to life of people and property. In 2011, a massive earthquake triggered a giant tsunami in Japan. Measures for safety. We should evacuate our house if a tsunami is predicted in the news. We should keep our emergency supplies like food, medicines, clothes, and documents ready. If outdoors, we should stay away from power lines and trees. Let's have a quick recap of this lesson. An event that is caused by nature and occurs without any warning is called a natural disaster. Natural events that cause damage to human life and property are called natural disasters. Earthquakes are caused by sudden movements below the earth's surface. Heavy rains or melting snow cause rivers to overflow their banks, flooding nearby areas. Cyclones are high winds accompanied by heavy rain. They cause flooding and widespread destruction in coastal areas. Failure of rains can lead to drought. A tsunami is a series of very high waves in the sea created by undersea disturbances. Several government and non-government organizations organize relief work during a natural disasters. Natural disasters can occur in the form of earthquakes, cyclones, floods and droughts. The sudden vibrations or shaking of the earth's surface is called an earthquake. When excess water in the rivers causes water to overflow its banks, submerging the and joining the land areas. We call it a flood. A tsunami takes place in or near coastal areas. Cyclones usually occur between 5 degree and 20-degree latitude, north and south of the equator. Drought conditions are caused by little or no rainfall in a region. Thank you. Have a good day.